Deep within the heart of the jungle, a dense, shadowy place rarely touched by sunlight, lay the village of Amara. The villagers lived in harmony with the wild, respecting the ancient traditions passed down through generations. But there was one rule everyone followed without question: never enter the Forbidden Grove. Legend spoke of dark spirits that dwelled within the grove, vengeful entities who claimed the lives of anyone who dared trespass. Despite the warnings, a group of adventurous teenagers, driven by curiosity and a sense of invincibility, decided to venture into the grove one moonless night. The moon hung high above the dense jungle, casting a ghostly glow over the thick foliage. For teenagers Sarah, Mike, Lisa, and Tom decided to explore the jungle on a dare. They had heard stories about the place, whispered tales of disappearances and strange occurrences, but they were young and fearless. Armed with flashlights and a sense of adventure, they ventured deeper into the jungle. The path quickly disappeared, and they found themselves surrounded by towering trees and the sounds of unseen creatures. Laughter and jokes soon gave way to nervous glances and uneasy silence. They turned to retrace their steps, but the fog had thickened, obscuring their way. Panic set in as they realized they were lost. The jungle was eerily quiet now, the usual sounds of wildlife replaced by an oppressive silence. A low, guttural growl broke the silence, sending chills down their spines. "What was that?" Sarah whispered, her voice barely audible. Before anyone could answer, they saw a pair of glowing eyes staring at them from the darkness. The creature emerged from the shadows, its twisted form barely resembling any known animal. Its skin was a sickly gray, and its eyes burned with a malevolent hunger. "Run!" Mike shouted, and they bolted in different directions. Sarah sprinted through the jungle, branches whipping at her face and tearing at her clothes. She could hear the creature behind her, its heavy breaths growing closer. She stumbled and fell, the flashlight slipping from her grasp and flickering. Mike, separated from the others, stumbled upon an old, dilapidated hut. He burst inside, slamming the door behind him. The hut was filled with strange symbols and totems, and a rancid smell hung in the air. He tried to catch his breath, but the silence was deafening. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and the creature's eyes shone in the darkness. Mike backed away, his hands trembling. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The creature stepped inside, and the door slammed shut. The next morning, a search party found the hut, but there was no sign of the teenagers. The jungle was silent once more, and the only evidence of their presence was a series of strange symbols carved into the trees and the distant, haunting sound of a growl that echoed through the trees.